So today's video, I got a really good one for you. We're gonna do a comparison video between two of the newest gated communities here in Tradition within the city of Port St Lucie, Florida. We're gonna compare Cadence at Tradition against Kenley at Tradition. We're gonna talk about all the differences, the similarities, and some of these topics include the size of the community, the amenities that it offers, the upgrades or design options that each community has, which is different and very important. We're gonna talk about lot premiums. We're gonna talk about time frame to build. If I didn't say it, property taxes, CDD fees. We're gonna go over the locations. And at the end of the video, I'll do a recap and I'll go over my opinions on which community I think is better for what reason and why. And if you're ready to get started on today's video, of the comparison between Cadence and Kenley at Tradition, let's jump right into it. So let's start off with the details of each community first. The first community, Cadence at Tradition, this community is going to be a smaller community with 300 total properties consisting of single-family homes and a small section of townhomes. There are going to be 7 different floor plans when it comes to the single-family homes, both in 1-story design and 2-story design. You're going to find those homes range between 1,651 square feet under air to just over 3,000 square feet under air for the largest floor plan. They're also going to have three different townhome floor plans. They're going to be 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and those are going to range from 1,674 square feet under air to 1,917 square feet under air. All of those townhomes have a 2-car garage, which is very unique for this area. So again, these are townhomes. These are not going to be apartments or multifamily, as many people call it. The community is going to offer a community pool. It's going to have a round wading pool. It's going to have a grilling station. And it's going to have a covered cabana, not a clubhouse. And there's no fitness center. Again, no clubhouse, no fitness center. This is a gated community. Again, it's going to be a smaller community, around 300 homes. But here's one thing that I did hear after speaking to the salespeople. There are plans to extend this community to upwards of 1,000 homes in the future. It won't be anytime soon. So this may turn out to be a much larger community down the road from what we're hearing. The monthly HOA fees are $338 a month to $358 a month. And later on in today's video, we'll go over what's included in the HOA fees in both communities. Now let's talk about Kenley at Tradition. Kenley at Tradition is going to offer, it's a gated community. They're going to have only 214 single-family homes. They're going to offer 9 different floor plans, ranging anywhere from 1,723 square feet under air, upwards of 300 or 3,272 square feet under air. Again, single-story floor plans and 2-story designs. Now, Kenley at Tradition is going to offer a small clubhouse. It's going to have a community pool, a small fitness center. It's going to have a social area in the clubhouse. Again, it's a gated community as well. Now, this community is located on the southern section of Port St Lucie, Florida, off of Village Parkway and near Southwest Becker Road, whereas Cadence at Tradition is located west of the downtown or Tradition Town Center area, about 7 to 9 minutes away. And again, Kenley's about 9 to 10 minutes from the heart of the Tradition Town Center, the landings, the shopping center, and where everything is happening. So let's talk about what's included in the base price or the standard features in both Kenley at Tradition and Cadence at Tradition. Let's start off first to make it simple. Both communities are gated communities. Both communities are on natural gas. Every home in both communities will have a shingle roof. All the windows and doors will be hurricane impact resistant when it comes to the glass. The front doors are hurricane impact. The garage doors hurricane impact rated. The front doors on both communities are going to be 8 foot high As well, the rear sliding glass doors, which are hurricane impact rated, will be 8 foot high as well. Now, once you get inside, the kitchen cabinets, the lower cabinets are going to be 35 inches high. The upper cabinets in both communities come standard with 42 inch. Again, standard is 42 inch. They both have the crown molding on top. When it comes to appliances, both communities are going to include a Whirlpool microwave, a Whirlpool dishwasher, and a Whirlpool gas range with an electric oven. The refrigerator, washer, and dryer are not included in either one of the communities. Again, the refrigerator, the washer and dryer, the clothes dryer are not included. The clothes dryer, because the community is natural gas, keep this in mind, will be a gas clothes dryer. Just like the water heaters, this is where the difference, there was some difference. Cadence at Tradition, when originally built, had a 30 or 50 gallon gas water heater. Kenley at Tradition has a tankless water heater, or an instant or tankless water heater on the outside. What I have heard after viewing homes and talking to the salespeople, we just went under contract in Cadence at Tradition less than a week ago, that they are moving forward and going to include the tankless gas water heater, or the tankless heater, outside of the home, just like Kenley and all the future homes in Cadence at Tradition. So again, a recap. All the homes have a shingle roof in both communities. All the homes have the rain gutters on the outside. All the windows and doors are all hurricane impact rated. The glass doors, the sliding glass doors, the garage door. Then when it comes to the interior doors, Cadence at Tradition is 6 foot 8 inches. Kenley at Tradition is 8 foot high. So 6 foot 8 inches in Cadence, 8 foot high in Kenley. The kitchen cabinets are going to be 35 inches on the lower cabinets. The upper cabinets standard in both communities are 42 inch, and then they have the crown molding around the top. Those are some of the standard features included when it comes to what most people notice firsthand. And we'll go over all the design options and upgrades later on in the video. So let's move on to the next topic of today's video. So the next thing I want to talk about, what upgrades and design options are available when it comes to the interior of the home in Cadence at Tradition first. So Cadence at Tradition offers what they call design packages. It makes it much easier to design your home when it comes to the tile flooring, the countertops, the backsplash, stuff like that. So if you're looking here, try to zoom out a little bit. And again, I can email all this information to you. Just make sure you email me. All my contact information is down in the description below. I can send you a copy of this as well for both communities. So again, the Caliber collection is what's included in the base price. Then you're going to have the Cashmere collection is a popular choice. So let's go over this. So the Cashmere, I'm going to show you a picture in this video right now. So if you're looking at this picture right now, hopefully you can tell the difference of the colors on an actual picture. So they have they got A, B, and C. Letter A is going to be more of like a square tile. It'll be matching tile in both on the floor and the backsplash, or the wall tiles in the bathrooms. The letter B, the floor tile would be one of those, longer wood plank style flooring. So the letter B on every package will be wood plank style flooring, and letter C is going to be a larger tile option for the home. And again, email me, I'll send you a copy of all this if you're interested. Now, let's do this. This is where Cadence at Tradition is much simpler, trying to figure out pricing. Now, there's one thing on this pricing that I think is not on here. If you want to tile the entire house, I believe it's going to be extra money because every model is a little different. This package is just to upgrade. So if you're looking here, I'll keep it up here for a few seconds. And again, I can email all this information to you. If you're looking, it has all the prices based on the floor plans. It makes it very simple to determine how much is it going to cost to upgrade to one of the different packages. Again, there's 5 different packages in Cadence at Tradition. Whereas Kenley at Tradition offers multiple levels, multiple choices of granite countertops, quartz countertops. So let's start off again here. With Kenley at Tradition, this is level 1, which is included in the base price when it comes to the cabinet choices. This is Kenley at Tradition. These are your options for level 2. Now, of course, how much are prices and how much does it cost? I can't answer that for you because they don't give us the numbers. You physically have to go to the design center once you go under contract. Now, here's level 3 when it comes to different choices of cabinets. And you got level 4 as well. So you're going to have way more options when it comes to cabinet choices in Kenley at Tradition. Again, the prices are going to go up if you upgrade to it. Now, again, we talked about what's included in granite. Here's your granite options. Again, you're not going to get this information on any other video on YouTube. And I always encourage people, if you're looking to move to Port St Lucie, Florida, you're looking to purchase a home, my name is David Rogers. I am a licensed real estate broker, and I encourage you to call me, text me, or shoot me an email if you're looking to buy a home between now and next year. It doesn't cost you a single penny to use us or use myself as a realtor to help you find the perfect home. So let's go on next to, again, now you get up to the next level. Now you have some quartz options. So you got 4 different quartz options. All of these are actually really nice. These are the same quartz over in the Seville at Tradition community, which is going to be a luxury community right across from Cadence at Tradition. And again, subscribe to my channel. I have that video coming out in the next 1 to 2 weeks, depending on when you're watching this video. Now, here's level 3. I believe there's actually 7, unfortunately in the picture you can't tell, there's 7 different options, level 3 in the quartz countertops. And then finally, level 4, there's 7 level 4 quartz countertop options. And again, I can't really, oh, and level 5, sorry, I missed that. There's actually 5 levels of countertop options here in Kenley at Tradition. Now, take that back, sorry, I'm doing this video on the fly. Level 6. So you kind of get an idea how many options are available. Here's another thing. Kenley at Tradition, you have options when it comes to stair rails. More options. Again, these are all going to be upgrades that you can custom design your home. So trying to determine prices is going to be very difficult until you actually go under contract, which is another part of the video we're going to talk about here shortly. So another option, I would say, a swimming pool. How much does a swimming pool cost? I can tell you after talking to the salespeople, for a basic 12-foot by 24-foot swimming pool installed outside of closing is around $70,000. Seville at Tradition, which is another Mattamy home builder, they have a pool builder that's offering that package there. They made it very clear that you could get it done a little bit cheaper if you did it after closing, which is what I would tell you to do unless you don't have the extra cash. Again, pools, you can spend $70,000 When you watch my Seville video coming out in a few weeks, you can spend upwards of $200,000, $250,000 on a pool package for a home. Okay, so we just finished up talking about the upgrades, design packages, and options and levels in both communities. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into that, where this is where there's some differences that most people, and even myself, didn't catch on the first couple times I went through the videos. Number one, we understand with Cadence at Tradition, you have your choice of the different design packages, correct? So these are your choices in Cadence at Tradition. Now, let's talk about something very important. So you cannot mix and match the design package. You can't say that I want the cashmere kitchen cabinets, which will also be when you pick a package, it'll be the same cabinets in the kitchen and the bathrooms. I think we went over that before. You cannot mix and match and say, I really want the tile from the Pearl package with the cashmere cabinets. But here's where it's a little different. So on the 2-story floor plans in Cadence at Tradition, so remember this, Cadence at Tradition, they do have a couple 2-story floor plans. If you wanted to tile the upstairs, Cadence at Tradition will not tile the upstairs. Even if you pay for the upgrade or design package, you would have to do that after closing. That's one key difference you're going to find between the two communities. But let's reiterate and go over something else. So the bathrooms upstairs and the laundry room upstairs will have the same tile that will be downstairs. So if you pay for one of the upgraded packages, the same tile will be upstairs in the bathrooms and the laundry room as downstairs. Whereas Kenley at Tradition, they will tile. There's so many options that are not even on the sheet I showed you. When you go to the design center, there's tons of options. You can do wood, you can do tile, you can do porcelain. You can mix and match and make each bedroom or bathroom differently. Again, they're not really a custom home builder at Kenley. They're more semi-custom, but you will be able to do whatever you want. So if you want a different flooring upstairs versus downstairs, yes, you can do it. Now here's one other thing I didn't point out that the differences between the communities. We talked about, if we didn't talk about it, the ceiling height. Again, the ceiling height downstairs on all the floor plans, single story or 2-story, are 9 foot 4 inches. Whereas if you go to Cadence at Tradition, when you go up to the 2nd floor, again, the 2nd floor, the ceiling height is 8 foot, unless there's a couple different changes there, but it's 8 foot. Whereas Kenley at Tradition is 9 foot high on the ceiling heights. So if I didn't go over that, I just want to kind of recap on that again. So again, Cadence at Tradition, you have less choices when it comes to designing the interior, the upgrades, you name it. Also, the kitchen cabinets in the base price of Cadence at Tradition and Kenley are not going to be soft close. You know, the soft close drawers and the doors, those are not soft close. Even in the upgraded packages at Cadence at Tradition, none of those are going to be soft close. Whereas Kenley, I think it's when you get to level 3 on the cabinets, then they comes with the soft close doors and drawers. So that's just another thing that sets Kenley at Tradition apart. Now let's move on over to structural options. And this is where one community offers more choices in design options when it comes to making changes over another one. So what are structural options? Structural options is where a builder can make changes to a floor plan, like adding a 3rd bedroom or a 3rd bathroom or a 4th bathroom, maybe an extended lanai. So if you're looking here on the Cascades floor plan, hopefully this website loads up real quick. If not, I'll fast forward it. So you can go to the Manami Builders website and play around with this to get an idea. So you see over here on the left, these are what's called structural options. So the first one on the Cascades, you can do the extended lanai. If you're looking here, you can do the extended lanai. How much it is, I don't know offhand, but we can always find out. You could convert the flex room into a bedroom. That's not really a structural option because you're just putting a door there. But here is a structural option that the builder offers. You could, instead of doing a tub shower combo, you could do a stand-up shower in the second bathroom. Now let's go over to, bear with me here, get back to that. Now let's go over to the Capitol Reef, I think it was. So again, so here's the structural option on the Capitol Reef. Now this one, you can't do an extended lanai because this lanai is already in place. There's no changes here. You can do different shower options. These are different structural options a builder does. This is kind of when they do, if you're looking at this picture right now, this is what they call, I call it a spa shower. But you can do different shower designs on different, so each floor plan has different options. And here's one where this is an option or structural option that has to be permitted when they apply for permits. This converts this home from a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom into a 4-bedroom and 3 full bathroom. If you're seeing right here, that's considered a structural option. Again, prices change. Now let's check out one more before we head over to Kenley to give you a visual of what's different over there. The Mount Rainier, which is the largest floor plan here in Cadence at Tradition. All right, so this one, you have a couple more options. You can do the extended lanai, which most of the floor plans that Cadence at Tradition is doing. Now let's talk about this briefly. Cadence at Tradition, if you haven't watched my other video that just came out, it's basically a buyer's resource video. I'm going to put it up here in the top right. I encourage you to watch that video for Cadence at Tradition. So Cadence at Tradition is more or less a spec home builder, meaning that they've already chosen which floor plans are going on all the vacant lots in the community. They've already started applying for permits for each one of those, and they've already done or set up these structural options like the extra cover lanai. Let's say the bathroom 3. So they've already applied for these structural options to be included in the permits. Ever how you want to word it, that's what they're doing. So now let's head over to Kenley and let's show you, here's a model, the Citron. This comes in a couple different variations. All right, so let's go to the interactive floor plan. So this model, the Citron, I was just in it last week with the client. If you see here, it has a huge covered lanai that's standard in the price. See this right here, cafe. This adds it adds 142 square feet to the 2105 square feet under air. So this is one option here. This is a structural option that has to be done during the permit stage. And once the permits have already been approved, the builder's not going to make changes. Again, this is a semi-custom builder, but they're not going to make changes. Another option this model has, you could add an additional garage. Why is this not? Okay. So another option you can do, you can add a 3rd car garage here if you're looking right here. Other options are like a study instead of a den. These would just add the 2 doors. Owner's bath oasis, which is going to be, this one has the optional tub. So And another big thing that Kenley at Tradition has that Cadence does not, gourmet kitchen is an option or an upgrade in Kenley, not at Cadence. Cadence does not offer any gourmet kitchen packages. So let's go check out one more floor plan. And let's look at this is one of my favorite floor plans right here, the Dahlia. So this one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,300 square feet under air. So again, this one already has the large covered lanai, and we're going to talk about elevations in just a second as well. So there's different elevations in each community. So you got the contemporary, which is selected, which has the 2 little 1-car garages. You have the coastal, which is one of the popular elevations with the 2-car garage. So it changes the front exterior, and the transitional. So you can add an extra 1-car garage to this model, this floor plan. You could do a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. So that's a structural option. Again, you can do a gourmet kitchen. So the availability to make more changes in Kenley, well, you have more options to make changes when it comes to upgrades in Kenley. So this is where Kenley is going to be a lot more money. When you start looking at homes in Kenley, are going to be way more money versus Cadence at Tradition. Cadence is going to offer less. That's just my opinion. It's not my opinion, it's facts. So now let's talk about elevations. Again, there's 3 different elevations in each community. So let's go back and look at this again. You can do this on your own. You can visit the website. You got the contemporary elevation, the coastal elevation, and the transitional. Now let's do this. Which elevation is included in the base price of the modeling at Kenley? Transitional is going to be the lower base price in the community. The coastal is going to be the middle price in the community. And the contemporary is going to be the most. So for instance, like the Dahlia floor plan, if I can find it here, so the Dahlia floor plan, the base price, which has the transitional, is $473,990. The coastal is $480,990, and the contemporary is $487,990. Again, this doesn't cover lot premiums, upgrades, or anything like that. So that's the same scenario when you go over to Cadence at Tradition, which this is stuff you're not going to find online, unfortunately. When you're online trying to look at the different floor plans, they're not going to show you the different prices, from my understanding, anywhere on these websites. So let's go back and look at the different elevations that are possible or available in Cadence. And that's another thing too. I know I'm rambling on. Cadence at Tradition has 7 different floor plans. Kenley's going to have 9 different floor plans. So let's look at the Cascades, which is one of the more popular floor plans here in Cadence. That's one of the popular ones. There's numerous ones there. And here's the different elevations. So when it comes to Cadence, so the West Indies, this is going to be included in the lower of the base prices on all their floor plans. The coastal is the middle price, and the modern is the most expensive. So for instance, the Cascades, which is a popular model because it offers 1,894 square feet, the West Indies floor plan or elevation comes in at $397,990. The coastal comes in at $403,990, and the modern comes in at $411,990. So again, hopefully this opened up your eyes. Again, I know this is a long video. All my videos are long. I'm just trying to give you good information of what the differences are here in the community. Now we're going to go on over to time frame to build and deposits in today's video. Okay, I know I just said we're going to start talking about time frame to build and deposits. I missed one thing, so let's talk about lot premiums. So both communities, the lot premiums are going to be similar, is all I can tell you. You're going to see lot premiums anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000, upwards of $50,000, give or take, for waterfront lots. So again, lot premiums, there's no price that I can give you over the phone. So time frame to build in both communities are going to be very similar. The builders usually tell us 5 to 7 months, 5 to 8 months, start to finish. And let's I always say backtrack. So the builders have already decided which floor plans are going to go on a particular lot in the community. So you don't get to pick your lot for say and put any home on there. The builder has already, in most cases, applied for the permits on a lot of the homes that you see available currently. So time frame to build, 5 to 8 months, depending on when you get in. And if you're too late getting into the contract stage, will also limit you from any structural options or upgrades, meaning adding a third bathroom, adding the extended lanai, doing the extended cafe on the Citron floor plan in Kenley at Tradition. So basically, again, if you get in early enough, it can be upwards of 8 months from signing a contract before the home is done, but it could be as little as really 4 or 5 months. So time frame to build, 5 to 8 months from start to finish. And that really plays an important factor when it comes to upgrades and structural options. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'd be glad to answer it in better detail for you over the phone. So let's talk about deposits that are required when you sign a contract with any of these two communities. Most communities are going to be the same or similar. So Cadence at Tradition and Manami Homes and or Kenley at Tradition are going to require the same deposits when you sign a contract. Generally, they're going to ask for a 10% deposit. So let's say that you're going to get pre-qualified for an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. Maybe you're going to put down 5% on the down payment. This doesn't cover your closing costs, of course. The builders will require a minimum of 5% deposit. They generally want 10%, but they will do 5%. So let's say that you're a veteran and you're going to use a VA loan. They're still going to require a 5% deposit unless we can get an override, which we would just have to ask. Now, if you're going to pay cash, or let's say you're pre-qualified with a 20% down loan and you're going to finance 80%, the builder is then going to require 10% down. Now, if there's any overage or extra money at closing, the builder / title company will cut the buyers, which would be you, a check back for the difference. So again, deposits are generally 5 to 10%. There are special occasions where they might be a little bit less, but that's something you need to know. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's say that you're selling a home somewhere else, up north in New York, California, and let's say that you sign a contract and you give them 10%. And now let's say that your home does not sell and you don't have the proceeds to close on the home when it's ready. In most cases, your deposit is non-refundable. So just keep that in mind when you're considering buying new construction. So the next topic in today's video, let's talk about homeowner association fees or HOA fees in both communities and what it includes in those fees. And we're also going to talk about the amenities in both communities. So first off, Cadence at Tradition, the HOA fees are going to range between $338 a month to $358 a month. Now, this community, here's what the amenity is going to be. Again, Both communities are gated. Hopefully I don't got to repeat myself, but both communities are gated. Cadence at Tradition is going to have a community pool. It's going to have a wading pool. It's going to have a grilling station. So for some odd reason you don't have a grill on your own property or at your own home, they're going to have a grilling station, really just so people can meet your neighbors and stuff like that. Now with Cadence, they're not going to have a they're not going to have a clubhouse. They're going to have a covered cabana area, which is right by the entrance of the community. Now, when it comes to Kenley at Tradition, your HOA fees are around $390 a month. You're going to have a community pool, a little fitness center, nothing major, a small little fitness room or fitness center inside the community. You're going to have, I think that's it. And it does have a clubhouse, and it has like a little social room as well. So it has like a social room, a little fitness center. It has the clubhouse and a community pool in Kenley. Now, here's where they're both the same when it comes to what's included in your HOA fees. On the outside of the property, that's going to cover your lawn maintenance, your lawn cutting, your outdoor pest control. It's going to cover your irrigation. So they're going to use the water from the lakes to irrigate your lawn. And I'm actually happy about that because city water supply in Port St Lucie, or the cost to have city water, is expensive. So if you had to water your grass during the summer months when it's hot and it's dry, it's very expensive. So again, lawn maintenance is included, irrigation is included, outdoor pest control is included. They even cover your sprinklers. Now, they don't cover, actually, yeah, the sprinkler pumps are in, I'm trying to remember now. That's a good question I'll have to answer. The sprinkler system, I believe, is run as a master sprinkler system in both communities. What else is covered? The gate is covered, and I think that's it. But also, too, so you're outside. Each community, when you buy a home, comes with a design landscape package. From what we were told, the landscape company that runs all these communities and Traditions, especially Mattamy Homes, they're going to maintain the landscape package that your home came with. They're all similar, but a little different. So it's going to be pretty much on the outside a maintenance-free community or home site. And let's say that you fence in your backyard, as long as you provide, or the access is unlocked, the gate's unlocked, they will continue to cut your backyard unless you don't let them inside. So again, just a quick recap. HOA fees in Cadence at Tradition are $338 a month to $358 a month, whereas Kenley, it's going to be $390 a month. When it comes to amenities in Cadence at Tradition, you're going to have a community pool, you're going to have a wading pool, you're going to have a grilling station, you're also going to, again, it's a gated community. Kenley at Tradition is going to have a community pool, a little clubhouse, a little fitness center, and a social room or social gathering room in the clubhouse. On the outside, your irrigation's covered, your landscaping or lawn maintenance, your outdoor pest control. They take care of your sprinkler. So if a sprinkler gets broken on either community, they maintain it, and they will maintain your plants, your flowers. Unless you plant a bunch of stuff, then they're not going to take care of that. Cable TV with 70 channels, HBO. You get a wireless, kind of like a Ring doorbell camera, but it's a different wireless camera. And alarm monitoring is included in the HOA fees in Tradition. So Tradition as a whole, they have a Tradition charges $195 and I think 43 cents, which covers your high-speed internet, cable TV with HBO, the alarm monitoring system, the Ring doorbell. But again, that $195 is included in the HOA fees that I just told you, the $338 to $358 in Cadence and $390 in Kenley at Tradition. So the next topic in today's video, we're going to talk about property taxes and CDD fees in both communities. let's make this simple for the viewers watching today's video. Let's start off with property taxes. So the simplest way to figure out how much your total property taxes are going to be, including the CDD fees, which are a little different. These are just good rough estimates, but they're going to be very close. Let's start off with a purchase price of $400,000. Times this by 0.02. So take $400,000, times it by 0.02. That will give you $8,000 a year in property taxes. That's going to be very, very close to a realistic tax amount on a home that is purchased for $400,000. If you buy a home for $450,000, times it by 0.02, that will give you $9,000. $500,000, you times that by 0.02, that will give you $10,000. This is going to be very close. Now let's talk about CDD fees. And what is a CDD fee? This is just going to be short and brief. A CDD fee is a community development district fee that when these builders are trying to get approval from the city or the county to build these big communities, the CDD fees are bonds, usually spread out over 30 years or 25 years. That's included again into your property taxes. So the CDD fees cover basically like the infrastructure, the sidewalks, the sewer, all the other amenities that are surrounding that area. Now let's talk about the differences between both communities. And we're going to start off with Cadence first. Again, I can email you all this information. All you got to do is contact me. So Cadence at Tradition, the CDD fees are going to range from $959.14 upwards of $1,122 a year. So that gets included in your property taxes that we just went over. There's three different collections on the CDD fee. So just remember, $959 to $1,122. That depends on if you're in a townhome or which floor plan or design on the single family homes. Again, that gets added to your taxes. Now, Kenley at Tradition, CDD fees are lower. So the CDD fees in Kenley are going to range from $751.59 a year. So that's like $200 less roughly. And the most expensive CDD fee is going to be $816.95 a year. So the CDD fees are less money in Kenley at Tradition just by a few $100s. Now let's talk about one other thing that's going to be important. Here's some other closing costs. When you do go to purchase a home, at closing, there's some other fees that you're going to pay in any of these new communities. It doesn't matter if it's Cadence at Tradition, Kenley at Tradition, if it's PGA Verano, if it's Seville, if it's Emory, if it's Mandalay, if it's St. Lucie West, if it's PGA Village. They're all going to charge what's called is a capital contribution. It's a one-time fee. Kenley at Tradition has two different capital contribution fees. $597, depending on the collection or series of homes, and the other one is $630. As well, they're going to charge you at closing what they call estoppel fees, because these are within a homeowner association. There's two different estoppel fees. One-time estoppel fee to Kenley for $299, and then Tradition as the whole, $299 for a one-time estoppel fee. That's some of the fees that are hidden that most people don't know about. Now, if we go back to Cadence at Tradition, there's three different capital contribution fees. $469.86, again, depending on the collection or series of homes. $499.86, and $529.86. This is a one-time capital contribution fee when you purchase in this community or any of the communities. And again, the estoppel fees, $299 to Cadence at Tradition. And what is weird, Tradition as the whole, or the HOA, the master HOA, is only $249. So that's just more or less a brief overview of how much the CDD fees are, your property taxes, and some of the other fees you can expect to spend when you purchase in one of these gated communities within Tradition, Florida. And again, if you have any other questions, just reach out to me. Love to answer any questions you may have about fees or anything else when buying a home. We're getting near the end of today's video, and at this section, I'm going to do a recap of everything in a shorter version in case I missed something throughout the video. If you did make it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video so far, take the time to smash that like button, leave comments, and if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is David Rogers. I'm a licensed real estate broker. If you're looking to move to Port St. Lucie, you're looking to purchase a home, I encourage you to call me, text me, or email me anytime. It doesn't cost you a single penny to use me. The builders pay all of our commissions. But let's go over the recap again. So each community's gated. Each community's on natural gas. The HOA fees in Cadence at Tradition are $338 to $358. The HOA fees in Kenley are $390. The amenities in Cadence at Tradition include a community pool, a wading pool, a grilling station. Tradition has what's called an e-bike sharing, electric bike sharing. And that's another thing. If you purchase a home from Manami Homes, after closing, you get a voucher for an electric bicycle. So when you're here visiting in town, you'll see people riding these electric bikes up and down all the pathways and everything. That's something else that's included in the sale of the home. I know you just spent $400 or $500 grand to get a $2,500 electric bike, but whatever. Kenley at Tradition, again, it's gated. You're gonna, for amenities, you're gonna have a little clubhouse. You're gonna have a social room, a small fitness center. You're gonna have a community pool. What's included on the outside of both communities, meaning what's included in your HOA fees on the outside? Irrigation, landscaping, pest control on the outside. Then for the inside, I think I just missed something, but irrigation, lawn maintenance, pest control, landscaping. Now for the other included amenities, you're going to have high-speed internet, cable TV with 70 channels, HBO. You get a doorbell ring camera system. It's not a ring, but it's a doorbell camera system with an alarm monitoring system as well. That's included in the master HOA within Tradition, but that's included in your base price. Kenley at Tradition, both communities have shingle roofs. Kenley at Tradition is going to be more of an a la carte, where you can pick and choose your different design packages and make the home any way you want. Kenley at Tradition is going to offer more structural changes, like a third car garage. They're going to offer more options if you really want to trick out your home or really go crazy. Cadence at Tradition is going to be more limited when it comes to the design packages. Cadence at Tradition, the interior height on the first floor, again, is 9 foot 4 inches. Kenley is 9 foot 4 inches. Cadence at Tradition, the second floor ceiling heights are going to be 8 foot, where Kenley is 9 foot. That's one of the major differences. All the homes are going to have gutters on the outside. All the homes have hurricane impact windows and doors. All the homes are going to have a gas tankless water heater from here on out. The refrigerator, washer, clothes dryer are not included in the sales price on either one of the homes. Time frame to build, 5 to 7 months, 5 to 8 months. There's always going to be quick move-in homes available if you're looking for something quicker. So again, just call me, text me, email me. I can take pictures, videos of the move-in ready homes. Just make sure you contact me first. Do not show up at the builder. Oh, incentives. I totally forgot. Incentives is a very tricky one. In order to really get incentives and get the amount of incentives, you physically, in most cases, we need to be sitting down in front of the salesperson talking about a specific home on a specific lot in order to find out what they can do. 99% of the time, they have to contact corporate office to approve any extra incentives. Watch my Cadence Buyer's Resource video, and I go over a situation on one of my buyers that just went under contract. Kim and Kirk, thank you so much for reaching out to me as well. They bought a townhome, but briefly what happened was the Cadence at Tradition, which is Mattamy Homes, is going to credit them to buy them out of their lease. They have to pay a 2-month cancellation to get out of their lease agreement, and they gave them $5,000 in incentives as well. So that's one thing to talk about. Lot premiums, 10, 15 grand starting price, up to 50,000 for Lakeview lots. Deposits, I forgot about deposits. Deposits, in order to go under contract, the minimum deposit, if you're doing a VA loan or an FHA loan, it's going to be 5% deposit. Now, if there's anything left over after closing, let's say the builder pays all the closing costs and there's money left over, the builder will cut you a check for the difference. Now, if you're paying cash or you're going conventional, let's say you're approved for a 20% down loan, the deposit is 10%. Generally, these deposits are non-refundable, so just keep that in mind. You still have to be approved by the builder's lender in order to get any of the incentives. And what else did we talk about? I'm staring away into space. Oh, here's a good one too. So Kenley at Tradition, here's something that they offer that Cadence doesn't. So their microwave. The microwave vents outside. So when you do the gourmet kitchen package, you get that stainless steel exhaust vent. That vents outside. Again, Cadence at Tradition does not offer a gourmet kitchen package. So just remember that and keep that in mind. And I think that wraps up today's video. So again, I appreciate you sticking to the end. If you haven't done so and you want to get notified of new videos, subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, leave comments. It really helps my videos get in front of more people just like yourself. All my contact information is down in the description below. I encourage you to email me. I have a contact form. You can sign up to get notified of future videos before they're released. Keep that in mind. These videos get released and get published, but they're not available to the public. So if you register with me, you'll get the videos in advance. I think that's it. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video coming out real soon. Stay tuned for Seville. We're going to do a community tour of Seville. We're going to talk about Central Park, which is a new community. We're going to do a PGA Verano. I'm going to go over Coulter Homes. There's a lot of other videos coming out that are going to be very informative like this one. Hopefully I can make them a little bit shorter because I know time is valuable. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.